I love the look on the face of the United States National Security Communications Advisor, a man called John Kirby, when he was asked by a journalist that is it true, as the Russians are saying, that the United States of America has been interfering in the general elections recently held in India. He couldn't believe it, and he had no reply, and he just said, no, it's ridiculous, it's not true, it's ridiculous, blah, blah. But he had no reply. He was completely stunned. And that's what we should do with these Americans. We should keep asking them these questions that expose their role. You see, viewers, they are now saying, no, we did not interfere in the Indian elections. My question is, if America did not interfere in the Indian elections, then why is it that OpenAI released a report called 00, which said that an Israel-based firm was using artificial intelligence to disrupt the Lok Sabha elections and running pro-Congress party campaigns in order to disrupt the BJP's image and create an anti-BJP narrative? This report said that in May, the network began generating a lot of comments that focused on India, criticized the ruling BJP and praised Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party. Fake content creation network spanned every social media, probably even reached you. And perhaps you were receiving messages that were generated indirectly by the American deep state and the deep state actors through its affiliates, social media companies like Meta, who have now acknowledged that they have been working, in their words, unfortunately, with the American deep state, but that they have been working to extend and put ahead the interests of the American deep state. It was said in this report by OpenAI that they banned a cluster of accounts operated that from Israel, foreign countries, that were being used to generate and edit content for an influence operation that spanned X, that's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, websites and YouTube. Now viewers, you can go and check the amount of amplification. You check for yourself whether there is a lot of amplification for Congress party content on these social media platforms. Please check. I will not come to my conclusions, though I know what I think, but I won't force my conclusions on yours. You go and check for yourself whether there's a lot of amplification of Congress and Rahul Gandhi videos on these platforms, deliberately done from May up till now, a lot during the general elections. And then look at the way in which the American government spokesperson looks very shocked when asked a direct question, did you interfere in the Indian elections? Come on. The American deep state, I've been talking about them. In 3 weeks, everyone in India knows about them. You know what they have been up to. And we are keeping a watch on them. I always say that the Americans should know we know how to turn the mirror back on them. And if they try to hurt India, that is Bharat's interest, we'll teach them a lesson. If the American deep state did not ask Mark Zuckerberg to be like an effective partner to censor content on Facebook through direct requests by the White House, as alleged by him, then tell me who did? Members of the American deep state, that's as sharp a question as you're ever going to get. And none of your lackeys in the American media will ask you that question. If the American deep state did not send CIA officers to hire Telegram engineers to crack their algorithm to spy, as alleged by the Telegram CEO, Pavel Durov, then who did? If the American deep state did not plant a narrative that the elections in Bangladesh are illegitimate and did not have secret meetings through their Consul General in Bangladesh with Muhammad Yunus in 2007 onwards and cultivate Muhammad Yunus as a deep state asset, as is now clear through the WikiLeaks information, then who did? After all of this, will anyone believe the American deep state when they say, no, we're not trying to interfere, which means, no, we're not trying to help the Congress party? If that's their kind of position, then the question is, who's going to believe them? Because we know what they've done. If the American deep state did not create a narrative against India, Bharat, and the government of India during the farmers' protests, then who funded Rihanna and Greta Thunberg? Everyone knows that they push the interests of the American deep state when they're asked to or probably paid to do so. And if the American deep state did not plant intel in Canada through the Five Eyes to frame India through Trudeau's false allegations against Indian intelligence for the killing of Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar, then who did? And if the American deep state does not back terrorists like Gurupanwan Singh Pannu, who call for secession in India, who call for illegal referendums, who even threaten the lives of Indian politicians, then who does? The question is, the American deep state wants to do all this and pretend that it is not answerable to anyone. That may be everywhere else in the world, but this is Bharat. We are determined to make our place in the world. And our country is strong enough, and we know the connections between the George Soros, American deep state, and these tech companies. And we know that they act in concert to defend their own financial and political interests. But the way people of India have come together, I am convinced that the tide is turning. And it's turning only because you have joined me in this campaign. The word is out. The American deep state is working against Bharat, is working against the present elected government of India. And the American deep state is known, it is acknowledged to be involved in illegal regime changes. It is very well known that the American deep state likes to remove leaders who it does not like. Please go and see what even professors of Harvard are now saying about the role of the American deep state in regime change. But this is Bharat. We are the world's largest democracy. The White House, American deep state, CIA, FBI, don't you dare look here. We are stronger than you. We are more united than your divided country. We are growing and you are not. You handle your silly little election. We will handle our country. Please spread this video as much as you can. And let's together begin to ask these questions even more strongly to those who deserve to get our questions, even if they can't answer them.